Hello everyone, my name is Khalil Maman with Dynamic Contract Consultants, and today I'm going to discuss on winning federal contracts. Today's session focuses on critical reality in federal contracting. Why companies lose contracts despite being qualified, and more importantly, how to fix that. This is not just about FAR compliance, it's about understanding how the FAR creates a structured competitive environment and how you can strategically position yourself to win within the structure. At Dynamic Contract Consultants, we specializing in helping organizations move from simply bidding to actually winning. Here's what we are going to cover today. First, we'll break down the FAR competition framework, how the government evaluates proposals. Second, we'll look at the real reasons contractors lose. And I can tell you up front, it's usually not what people think. Third, we'll uncover hidden strategic insights within the FAR that most contractors overlook. And finally, we'll walk through a winning methodology, a structured approach you can apply immediately. Let's start with the foundation, the FAR. FAR Part 6 establishes full and open competition, meaning agencies must promote fairness and transparency. FAR Part 15 governs how proposals are evaluated. This is where most wins and losses are decided. FAR Part 16.505 applies to IDIQ contracts and ensures fair opportunity among contract holders. Now here's the key insight. The government is legally required to evaluate proposals exactly as defined in the solicitation. That means they cannot improvise, they cannot assume, they cannot give you credit for what you didn't write. This creates a rule-based competition system, and those who understand the rules win. Under FAR 15.305, proposals are evaluated based on technical capability, past performance, price, and sometimes additional sub-factors. Here's the most important rule in federal proposals. If it's not written, it does not exist. Evaluators are not allowed to infer capability. They cannot assume experience. They cannot connect the dots for you. So if your company is highly qualified, if your proposal does not clearly communicate that within the evaluation structure, you will lose. Let's talk about reality. Most contractors believe they'll lose because the competition was stronger, the incumbent had an advantage, their price wasn't low enough, but in most cases that's not true. The top reasons contractors lose are first, number one, is noncompliance. Failure to follow instruction eliminates proposal before they are even evaluated. Secondly, is weak technical narratives. Companies describe what they do, but they fail to align in what the agency needs. Thirdly, poor past performance alignment. Relevance matters more than volume. And fourth is pricing issues, including unrealistic or unbalanced pricing. So the issue is not capability, it's presentation and alignment. And that's what it calls compliance or non-compliance technically. This is where many proposals fail immediately. Common compliance failures include missing required sections or volumes, ignoring page limits, not following Section L instructions, failing to use a compliance matrix. Let me be very clear direct here. The government does not fix your mistakes. They do not request corrections in most cases. They simply eliminate your proposal. That is why compliance is not administrative, it's strategic and is mandatory. Now let's move beyond compliance into strategy. Even compliant proposals lose because they are generic, repetitive, and undifferentiated. Most proposals sound exactly the same. They say we have experience, we provide quality, we ensure performance, but they fail to answer is why you over competitors. Winning proposals clearly define strengths, discriminators, customer-focused solutions. Without that, you are just another bidder. This is where things get interesting. There are strategic advantages built into the FAR that most contractors don't fully leverage it. First, evaluators can score only what is defined in the RFP, so stop worrying and explaining things that are not evaluated. Secondly, strengths drive trade-off decisions. In FAR 15.101-1, agencies can pay more for superior value. Thirdly, discussions are not guaranteed. Under FAR 15.306, you may not get a chance to fix mistakes. And finally, debriefings are gold mines. Under FAR 15.506, you can learn exactly why you lost the contract and how to improve your chances for the next proposal. The problem is most contractors don't use this intelligence effectively. So what does winning actually look like? Winning contractors do four things consistently. First, they align every response to evaluation criteria. They mirror the RFP structures exactly. Secondly, they write explicit strengths, not implied, clearly stated measurable advantages. Thirdly, they differentiate with value. They show outcomes, not just capabilities. Fourth, they price strategically, not just lowest, but align with value and realism. Winning is not accidental, it's engineered. Finally, let's talk about execution. Winning organizations use structured processes, a compliance matrix to ensure 100% coverage, pink, red, and gold team reviews for quality control, early capture planning, not last-minute writing, continuous improvements using debrief data. And let me leave you with this. Companies that treat proposals as documents lose. Companies that treat proposals as strategic assets win the proposal. That's the difference between bidding and winning. Thank you for your time today. If your organization is struggling with low win rates, inconsistent proposals, or compliance challenges, this is exactly where we help. We just don't review proposals. We build winning systems aligned with FAR and agency expectations. I'd be happy to discuss how we can support your next opportunity. Thank you for joining in. At Dynamic Contract Consultants, we help organizations navigate federal contracting from acquisition planning to compliance and execution. At Dynamic Contract Consultants, we specialize in federal contracting, compliance, and acquisition strategy. If you are looking to strengthen your position in government contracting, we are here to help. You can reach us at 1-800-593-1730 or call us in at 281-644-0509 or email us at info@dycconsultant.com. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share.